Okay.
All right, we're recording.
All right. Well, I'm Becca. I don't know who's going to be watching this later on, but I want to introduce myself at least. I want to open with a quote. It's not what you know, it's not even who you know, it's what you know or what you implement that counts. So before I say anything further, I really want to drive that home that none of this matters whatsoever if you don't actually do it. So learn the things, write the things down, and then go implement them tonight, today, right now, as soon as we get off this call. I'm going to try to share my screen with you guys. Hopefully I can figure this out. Can you see my screen? Can you see that? Okay, I can't hear you now for some reason, but okay. Okay, I'm just gonna do it like this. All right, so the agenda for this call is going to be mindset, the vital behaviors, which are be a product of the product, inviting, personal development. Then we're gonna go over first month goals and then have some time for question and answer if anybody has anything. So mindset. Mindset in this business truly is everything. This business doesn't play favorites. It's not like the corporate world where if you get in with the right people, then you're on your way to the top. You work and you get rewarded for it. That is this business. It's not, can I do it? It's, will you do it? Will you do the things it's going to take for you to grow your business? That's something that you really need to ask yourself. The things that I'm going to cover today are crucial to your success in this business, and you need to have that honest conversation with yourself and with your coach. You know, am I willing to do these things that will grow my business and me personally? So that brings me to your why. Your why shouldn't just be, I want to help people. That's great. But what is going to keep you focused? What is going to keep you driven? What is going to keep you up 2 hours past your bedtime, or you have a crying child, or you have 5,000 things going on at work and you're just having a really, hard day? What is it? Do you need financial freedom? Do you need away from your job that is stressing you out? What is that profound why? I really want you, if you're taking notes, to write that down if you haven't already and drive it home for yourself. And if you need to, contact your coach and talk through it with them. Have a vision, visualize that why, visualize your life a year from now, write yourself a story if that helps you. Really think about, where do I want to be 1 year from now? What do I want my life to look like? Who do I want to surround me in this life? What kind of mindset do I want to have? What kind of health do I want to be in? All of those things go hand in hand with your why, and you need to have that vision to keep your mindset in the right place. And because you're going to have hard days, just like with any job, it's going to get stressful, and that's normal, but you have to have something that keeps you positive and keeps you focused. Which leads us right into affirmations. When I first started hearing about personal development, Allison was like, you need to get a personal development book and affirmations and all these things that I'd never even heard of. And once I started looking into what they were, I was like, this sounds like some weird stuff. Like, I was not into it at all. I was like, I'm not going to talk to myself in the mirror. Like, what? I seriously thought she was insane until I started doing it. I now, like, if I wasn't on my computer and it wasn't plugged in, I would take you into my bathroom and you should see, like, it's just full of sticky notes. And it's like all of these positive affirmations and things that I want for myself and my team and my business, and just everything, which I'm kind of getting off on a tangent, but set those affirmations that you want to achieve in this business. Look yourself in the eyes every day and say, I'm a 15-star diamond coach. I am earning $2,000 a week, or whatever your goal is. I am making a better future for myself and my family. I am healthy. I am beautiful. I am happy. All of these things. And if you need some more suggestions, talk to me, talk to your coach. We can talk about affirmations, but it's just those things that you truly want in your life and for yourself and your business. And be thankful. Gratitude is like life changing. I know we can all say, I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful, but how often do you truly act like it? How often do you really sit down and think about what you are truly grateful for? This all and I know you're probably thinking like, well, I thought this is supposed to help me be a coach. This is all being a good coach. You have to keep a positive mindset. And writing 3 things down a day that you are thankful for, or you have not achieved yet that you're going to be thankful for, are all going to be very, very helpful practices in this business for you. I thank God every day for every way that He's blessed me in my life, in my business, for everything. And I thank Him for things that haven't happened yet. That is something that I've learned in personal development. And it's truly been life-changing for me. It's kind of like conspiring with the universe in a way, I think. Faith. Faith in this business, faith in yourself, faith in the products. You got to have it. We have to believe in what we're saying and what we're doing and practice what you preach. If you don't believe in these products, why is anybody going to come join you? They're not. You have to believe that this is for the people that you're talking to, that this is for yourself, that they do work, all of those things. And be enthusiastic about it. Like, if you're sitting there and you're like, well, I kind of like this shake and the workouts are all right. I guess I could get results if I did it. No one's going to want to join you. No one is going to be like, yeah, that's for me. I want to be so okay like she is. No, everybody in the world is already okay. Everybody in the world is already just kind of like swinging by. Like, that's just kind of the way life is now. Everybody's just going through the motions. People want excitement. People want to be healthy and happy, and they want this great thing that we have. Like, I am nowhere near the same person that I used to be when I started. And we have the answers. So be energetic about it. Don't worry about getting on people's nerves. Like, that's fear talking. That's that mean girl in your head saying you're getting on people's nerves. No one cares. Like, you care way more about what they think than what they would ever actually think about you. Like, people are too busy to sit there and analyze every word you say on social media, every post you make. Like, it's us in our heads thinking that everybody is doing that when they're really not. And action, I say that. Action. We have to do the things. We have things that Beachbody tells us to do, follow the vital behaviors, which I'll get into in a minute. And we have to do that now, not tomorrow, not later, not, well, I have all year. We have to do them now. Learn them and implement them. And be resourceful. Like, we are here for you in every way, shape, form, and fashion as coaches. That is our job. That's what we love to do. We want to lead you. But you also have to lead yourself, because in this business, there are so many tools that you can use. And we are all busy, right? So you need an answer right then. I promise you, if you go to the FAQ in Beachbody or you Google it, you will find the answer a whole lot faster than it takes one of us to probably get back to you. And if you're just posting it in the group, or even if you text us, like, we're probably just going to have to look it up in the FAQ too. So, like, honestly, if you just do that first, it's going to save everybody so much time. And if you can't find the answer there and you can't find the answer in the group, then come to one of us and, we'll be more than happy. But I truly believe that people that lead themselves and take action themselves are the ones that are successful in this business. So I don't say this to be like, oh, I don't want to help you or anything like that. It's just trying to help you in the long run. So moving on, being a product of the product. This is my favorite thing to talk about because I believe it wholeheartedly. I just don't, there is no way. There is no way to be a Beachbody coach and not use our stuff. It makes no sense. So you have to show up and be consistent, because how many people do you see on the internet saying, oh, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to sell this now. I'm a coach. I sell jewelry. I sell makeup and hair and whatever else. And then they're constantly changing. They're constantly doing different things. Or you see them post about it one day and then you're like, hey, wasn't that girl like doing that thing? And then now she's not. So do they trust you? Absolutely not. So if you can't be consistent and show them that you can be consistent, they're not going to want to reach out to you, because they're like, I'm already inconsistent all on my own. Why would I need her help to continue being consistent? So every day, even if you can't do anything but post your workouts or talk about something positive or a healthy meal, at least do that, because that is showing them that you're trustworthy and they are actually doing the things that you're saying that you're doing. And if you're doing those things, you're going to get results. So I know that a lot of new coaches think that they can't be successful in this business because they don't have results yet. Or maybe you don't need to lose weight. You don't want to lose weight. Well, there's 1,000 ways to get results in this business. It's not just about a physical transformation. Your mindset, I think honestly and truthfully, that to me is the most beautiful and moving and just inspiring thing about this business. I have had a physical transformation, and I know other coaches that have had physical transformations. And if you look at their pictures, their face says it all. And it's not just in it's not about their bodies. It's about seeing, like, you can truly see the happiness. Like, you can see the way that they've changed and they've grown, and the things that they say and they talk about, and the things that you'll overcome in this journey, and you'll learn about your health and nutrition and different things like that, which I'm getting off on a tangent again. But that is the biggest part about it. So don't think that because you don't need to lose weight or want to lose weight, or you don't have a transformation picture yet, that you can't share results about this business and you can't talk about different things other than physical. And sharing what you're doing, I've kind of already talked about that. If you're doing it, share it, and more people will want to join you. Now, one thing that, and everybody is different, but one thing that I'm huge on is creating curiosity, not resistance. So I'll never say Beachbody, Shakeology, Energize, any of those things, Shanti, the name of a workout program. I will only give you little tidbits of information. So like my new step program, or my superfood shake, my crack juice, or Allison says go-go juice, or you can say mom juice, whatever you want to call your stuff, have a name for it. Because if you're constantly saying this is the answer, this is Beachbody, this is what I do, then no one has a reason to really reach out to you, because they already have the answers. They are going to just sit there and Google Beachbody, Shakeology, and then they can sign up on their own, and they don't even have to talk to you. And the whole idea of this is to get people to come to you and to get people in your inbox and talk to them. So if you give them all the answers, then they don't have to reach out to you. And it can kind of get a little bit overwhelming, I feel like, if you talk about a product as a product so much. It can kind of feel forced, and people can kind of feel like you're shoving it down their throats, which is why I say curiosity, not resistance, because that can make people kind of put off by it. So if you're just kind of talking about it like it's part of your day-to-day life, and you give it a new fun name, I think that it makes it more relatable and more like something that people will want to hear about and talk about. Sorry, I need water. Okay, inviting. This is probably the hardest part of our jobs. It's going to be the part that you maybe don't want to do all the time or ever for that matter. What I will say is that this is, after all, a job, a business. And if your boss came to you and said, I need you to do this, even if you didn't want to, you would do it because that's what you have to do to get paid. So part of our job is inviting. And it doesn't, if inviting in a way, there's all kinds of different ways you can invite. I like to make things personal, and I share a lot about my past and my story. I have found that I really connect with people better that way when I tell a story. And I'm not so much talking about like this program or that program, which of course I do those things because, like I said, this is a job and we have to talk about new products and we have to hype up a new release and all of those things. And they are great for our business and they do resonate with a lot of people who are just looking for that answer and aren't necessarily looking for a story. So you've got two different people, and that's why you have to kind of go two different ways with it. You've got the answer and then you've got a story. Some people want to hear about the story behind it, about how you have created this new mindset, about how you have created this new lifestyle, about how you have overcome anxiety or food addiction or just a negative Nelly mindset. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything profound. It doesn't have to be anything insane. It could just be that you used to be a kind of mopey person and now you're super happy and you feel a lot better. Like whatever your story is, you don't have to twist it around to make it into something that you're not or it's not. Everybody, there's a million people in the world and somebody's going to relate to your story no matter what it is. So sorry, I got twisted in my words. Tell them about what it's done for you and what it's doing for you, and they will want that too. So just, if this is who I used to be, this is who I am now. This is how I used to feel, this is how I feel now. And tell specific stories, because if you're constantly talking about, this is how it used to be, but you're not giving a specific story. For instance, like, I could give a story about how, sorry, I had like brain fart. I used to go to Taco Bell every night. And now I cook dinner at home every night. And now I save money and now I'm healthier. Like certain specific things that people will be able to relate to. Oops, right on here. Okay. So this is one thing that I did when I first started coaching, and I actually had forgot about it until I was doing a training today. And I suggest that if you're a new coach, you do it because it will really help you pull ideas to talk about when you're posting, because when you're posting every day, you are going to be at a loss for words sometimes, and that's totally normal. So if you create these little boxes of struggles is one of them and pleasures is the other. So you can start with struggles and then you can talk about food and then, well, what did you struggle with food, or exercise? What did you struggle with exercise, or mindset? All of these things that you're currently working on, what did you used to struggle with them, and just kind of keep branching off from there. And then that will give you millions of things to talk about. And you can do the same for pleasures. If you're a brand new coach, maybe you don't have any pleasures from this business just yet. Maybe it's day one and you haven't been using the products for that long, but you will. So make sure you start with those struggles and then you have your pleasure one ready for you to start filling in and be like, oh wow, like I'm feeling more positive now that I've been reading personal development. I've been drinking more water and less soda, and now my skin doesn't feel so dry, or I'm not breaking out, or my digestion is better, or I'm coming off of a medicine. You know, all of those things that you're going to experience, because if you're being a product of the product, you're going to have results from these products, and you're going to have those things to talk about. I suggest having a schedule. Allison got a schedule. I think it was her coach mentor or somebody gave it to her, and it has been super helpful for me. I don't know about anybody else using it, but I love this because, like I said, when you're talking about the same things every day and you're posting every day, it can get easy to really just post that sweaty selfie because you're like, this is all I got. Like, I don't know, I'm posting something, and then people are like, well, I see this girl do this every day, like I'm kind of not interested. So you want to keep it different, keep it interesting, keep your followers engaged with you. Like, this, after all, like, this is a business of social networking. Like, you have to keep people interested in what you're saying, or they're not going to read your post. They're probably going to unfollow you, and then it's not going to help you at all. So having a schedule really is key, I think, to being organized about this. And what I will say is, like, Monday, lifestyle and product, Tuesday, all these things, I will tell you, I don't do 2 posts every day, just because sometimes that's too much for me and I can't come up with that much content. But I will do, so like, say Monday I have a good lifestyle post, I'll post that, and then Tuesday I'll do product, and then Wednesday I'll do business breadcrumb. But I still break it up, and I'm still following it, just not to a T. I use it more as a guide, because if it's a schedule, it stresses me the F out, and I'm like, and that there's just no reason for that. Like, I think that, like, if you're posting and you're keeping it different, like, I think that's totally cool. But that's just me. And then I put in here, if you want to screenshot or write down exactly what the different posts are, like product posts, talk about your crack juice. Like I said, no names, because that's just, like, that's huge for me, because I swear, like, I know, like, me personally, if I see something in a story and I'm like, ooh, I wonder what that is, and I can see the name, I literally Google it. Like, and I don't have to reach out to them, but I do reach out to people sometimes if I can't see what's on there. Did somebody write something? I got a notification, then it went away. I don't know where it is, though.
I just had put in the chat where you don't do 2 posts, but say, like, you have been doing this a lot, where you'll do a lifestyle post, and then your stories, you'll make sure you talk about a product that day. So it's like putting both in, but maybe not necessarily both in posts, but in some form or fashion, like you're putting it out there.
Yes, I'm so glad you said that, because I meant to say that. Yeah, so like she was saying, if you can't put it all in a post, put in your stories. Stories are money. I can't believe I didn't even talk about stories yet. Like, stories are what everybody wants to watch, because they're quick and easy. Like, you don't even have to scroll. Like, people just sit there and watch stories. Like, I only scroll for the business. Me personally, what I want to do is watch everybody's stories. So I know that there's a lot of people out there that are the same way. So definitely utilize those and post everything. Like, if you think your life is boring, you're wrong, because people are interested. Even if, like, and they want to see the behind the scenes, like, they don't want to see the highlight reel. Like, that's not what stories are for. Stories are for, like, you just, like, chilling in bed, like, oh man, I don't want to get up right now, but I'm going to have to. Like, whatever, like, just whatever's on your mind, just talk about it, because people want to watch it. And I know, because I'm one of them. So, but back to kind of digging into what these posts are. Products, it doesn't have to be, hey, look at my crack juice, it makes me hyper. Like, you can just be drinking your crack juice and be crazy, and people are gonna be like, why are you always so hyped up when you drink that yellow drink? Like, I've literally had people ask me that. Posting your containers and not really saying what they are or what they do, just like having them. Like, I know one time I had somebody ask me, like, where'd you get that Tupperware? It's so cute. Like, that'd be perfect for sauces. And I'm like, oh shit, that's totally wrong. But that's how you get people in your stories to ask. Snack bars. Beach bars are great because, first of all, they're the best bar on the freaking market. Like, look it up if you haven't already. Pull that chart up on your phone. You can Google it, and it will. There's like, if you just Google the comparison between beach bars, it'll pop up. And screenshot that on your phone the next time you see somebody talking about a Kind bar or any of that other stuff that's full of sugar, and send it their way and be like, hey, by the way, these are like almost the same price and way better for you. So just a thought. And then you can get somebody ordering some snack bars. Anyway, I'm totally getting on another tangent. Business breadcrumb posts. These are just like you kind of talking about the business, just like, hey, I'm out here working today, but they don't know on what, or shouting out somebody on your team. They're like, what team? What are you talking about? You know, not really saying too much about it. You're not giving it all out to them. You're just kind of sprinkling it in there on your stories or a post, whatever you want to do. If you don't have a team yet, you're wrong, because hello, we're your team. I don't care if you don't have any coaches under you. I'm your team. Allison's your team. Emily's your team. Megan, you're Taylor, everybody, we're all a team. Like, and if you need more than what we have, go into the humongous dynasty group, and there's 5,001 transformation pictures. There's 5,001 people. And the great thing about Beachbody is that everybody loves you already. They don't even know you, and they love you, because that is just the kind of community that we are. And whatever you need, we're going to get it to you. We're going to help you. We all want you to succeed. So you have a team, you have a vision, talk about it, and don't let any of those mean girl thoughts in your head about like, well, I'm just starting, so I can't talk about X, Y, Z. That's not true. You can talk about all of it. You just have to find a way that makes sense for you in the place that you're at right now. And I can help you do that. Whoever your coach is can help you do that. That's business. Engagement posts. These are just anything you normally Google. I love this. I never thought about doing it until this lovely schedule. And I do it all the time now because I want to, actually. Like, it's not even about, like, I look forward to the days that we can do engagement because I actually genuinely enjoy asking people's opinions on things that I want to know. Next time, anytime I think about something, I'm like, I wonder. I write it down, and then I just ask Facebook, and it's so much more fun than Googling it. Lifestyle posts, that's anything that's nothing to do with Beachbody or health or fitness or anything like that. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not a normal person that can just see it, and I'm bad with technology. Oh, what have I done? Okay. Inviting publicly more, continued. Document your workout and your transformation. You, like I said, if you are a coach that's just starting out and you haven't had your transformation yet, it's okay. You can still post all of your things. This is documentation. People are going to watch you, and they're going to notice. Like, that's what happened for me. People could tell, like, you're like, I can see that you're losing weight, or I can see that you're more positive on social media, or I can see that you're happier now, or like they're going to see these things in your life and as you talk, and especially in stories, because that's so much more up and personal. And just in the way you carry yourself, people are going to notice the confidence. Like, I know, like, everybody on our team, pretty much, when we were doing 80-day obsession, I noticed everybody's confidence just skyrocketing, and people were just glowing, like, literally. And it was just a really cool, and I mean, I don't find it to be a coincidence that was the first time we all went all in and weren't having, treats, weren't skipping workouts and all that, which goes back to being product of the product. It's only going to help your business and your mindset. But again, that's, a whole nother thing. Hit pain points. So what is your biggest struggle? Are you, do you have, like, did you struggle really bad with acne and now it's clearing up? Did you struggle really bad with a bad mindset and now you're more positive? Your love handles, were they always a problem area for you, and now, they're slimming up, whatever it is, whatever your pain point is that you can really relate to and someone else can relate to, hit those, talk about those. Like, they're not the easy parts to talk about. That's the hardest shit to talk about because it makes you uncomfortable, because it's a pain point and it's supposed to make you uncomfortable. But you just have to remember that you being uncomfortable talking about something that isn't your life anymore is going to help somebody else be comfortable now like you are now. And that is the important thing. And that is where we have to stay in remembering that that is not your life anymore. That is not you anymore. And it's okay to talk about it. And it's okay that it makes you scared, because that's totally normal. But you're going to help so many people when you get uncomfortable in that way. And you just have to remember that. Letting people know there's hope. There's somebody out there like you, just like you, that needs to know that there is an answer. I needed to know. I really, truly thought I was screwed. I was like, I'm just never going to be able to do this. I don't know what to do. It's too confusing when I go on Google. Like, I had no, like, nothing that I wanted to do in life. There was nothing that spoke to me. I had no passion. I was in a freaking just dark place. And then this opportunity came around that I had no idea was going to turn into a business, let alone actually help me lose weight. And all from somebody inviting me. And Allison, I don't want to speak for you, but inviting's not your favorite thing, right? Because we talked about that before. So, but she did it. And now, like, and it changed my life. Her one message in my inbox changed the course of my future. Let that sink in, because the next time you think about, I just don't want so-and-so to think I'm weird. Me and Allison went to school together. We never talked. And I'm sure she probably could have let that mean girl in her head be like, well, she probably is going to think I'm weird if I reach out to her. And we never even spoke in high school. But where would I be? My life would be so different. I would be negative. I'd be drinking too much. I'd be eating, oh God, way too much. And I wouldn't be at home right now. So, like, think about that. Please, the next time that you don't want to message somebody, like, I'm living proof that tell that mean girl to shut up. Okay, sorry. I'm such a preacher, and I really try hard not to do it, and I do it anyway. Okay, but I promise we're getting close to the end. All right, private inviting. I just talked about that inevitably because I'm a preacher. This is a gift. You have an obligation to share it, okay? You are obligated. This is your job. It's your job to talk about it. It's your job to share it. And start with the people that are closest to you. And I know, like, some people are like, well, I don't know. I just don't want everybody to think that I'm, like, on this thing, and I don't want people to talk about me and think I'm just in an MLM. I get it. But, you know, screw those people, because they don't pay your bills. So just use your public profile that you already have. Don't make a new one. I just don't think that's going to help you, because your hot and your warm market are going to be the people that reach out to you first, because they know you and they're going to see these changes if you're truly following the process and being a product of the product, and they're going to be the ones to come around. They're also going to be the ones that you should feel comfortable going to and say, hey, I started this new business. I'm freaking in love with it. I'm excited to share it with you. I want you to do it with me. It's a huge opportunity. I'm loving my results. If your best friend came to you and said that, why would you be like, no, I just don't know about it? Like, no. Like, if that's your best friend, or that's your mom, that's your dad, or whoever, like, they're going to trust you, and especially if you're being, you know, authentic and true about it, and they're going to want to join you. Message everyone that engages with your posts. Everyone that engages with your posts, message them. Like, love, comment, whatever. If they're watching you, your stories, anybody that has anything to do with what you're doing on social media, reach out to them, because your social media is now your business. This is your storefront. This is your, like I said, your business. When you go into a business, you go into a restaurant and they say, hi, how are you? How many today? You know, you go into a store, how can I help you? That's now what you're doing. they're on your page, they're liking your stuff. Hi, I see that you like my stuff. What, are you into health and fitness too? Or are you trying to reach some health and fitness goals? Do you want to join my boot camp? I saw you commented on my post, or you like my post, you watch my stories, like whatever it is. Just interact with them in some way, even if you're just saying, hi, thanks for the love. Like, this is your store. Be thankful that they came. Private inviting. So I've kind of already covered all of this still. Being consistent every day. You have to show that you're trustworthy. You have to show that you're doing these things. You have to show that it works, because there's 1,000 things that don't work. Why would people want to come do something that's not showing that it works for you, or not showing that they can be consistent in? And invite how you want to be invited. If you don't like chit chat, as much as I talk, you would think that I love chit chat, but it's not my favorite thing. Like, if somebody messages me, I just kind of want them to get to the point. So if that's how you are, just go ahead and invite them. Like, hey, you want to join my channel? Well, I wouldn't do it like that, but hey, I see that you put some love on my post. Do you want to join my next boot camp? Or you voted on my poll. Like, polls and Insta stories are huge, because you can say, have an option, message me info, and then there's your invite into their inbox right there. So if you're uncomfortable in inviting in a way of like you haven't really connected with them yet, use those tools that Instagram gives you and Facebook gives you to get an invite into their inbox. And understand that it's a numbers game. The ratio for Beachbody I read today is 1 to 10. 1 yes to 10 no's. So shoot for no, because the more no's you get, the more yeses you're going to get. And no is usually not no to you. No is to themselves, because they don't believe in themselves just yet. They don't believe that they can do it just yet. It's not that they don't trust you and that they don't trust that eating right and working out works, because we all know it does, but they just don't believe in themselves just yet. So don't take it personal if they say no. All you can do is speak belief into them, recommend a good personal development book, try to get their mind in the right place, and then they'll come back around. And don't prejudge anybody. Like I said before, there's a million ways that we can get in our heads and tell ourselves that so-and-so is not going to do this because of this, this, and this. And you're usually wrong. Like, I can't tell you how many times I almost didn't reach out to somebody and they ended up being like all about it. So like I said, go for no. And the fortune is in the follow-up. Like, following up is not a bad thing. That's part of our job. Like, it's just being professional. It's not being annoying, because people get busy and we forget to reply. I do it. We've all done it. And half the time, if you follow up with somebody and say, hey girl, I know life gets busy. Like, I forget to reply all the time. I just wanted to make sure that's not what happened. If you're not into this anymore, that's okay. I just wanted to check in with you. Like, I do that. That is 99% of the time the way I follow up with somebody, because it's totally honest. Like, I truly believe they probably just forgot to write me back 9 times out of 10. That's exactly what happened. And 2, it's a way that you can follow up with them, and then they're like, oh wow, like, I kind of feel like a dick now because she thinks I just forgot about her, but I really ghosted her. And then you might get a sympathy reply. You never know. But you're still getting a reply. So definitely follow up. Personal development. I can't say it enough that this is necessary. You have to do it. You have to read personal development. All of the top coaches in the business read personal development. Coincidence? Hell no, it's not. You learn so much from these books. There are business personal development books. There are personal development books. You have to have a good mindset to do this business, because that is the line of work we're in. We are in the line of work in health and fitness and wellness, and that starts in your mind. So we have to, if you don't have a personal development book that you are reading yet, you need to get on Amazon right now and order a book. There is a list of all of these books that I wrote, Mastering Your Mean Girl, and so on and so forth. I also consider the National Wake Up Call personal development. and professional development. That is a non-negotiable. You should be listening every Monday at 11 o'clock. Sunday nights, Beachbody sends out an email. Well, maybe not night, sometimes Sunday. And they tell you who's going to be on the call. We will always post in our group thank you. And we will always post in the group the National Wake Up Call link. You can watch it live on Facebook. You can call in. You don't have to call in right on time. You can actually call in later. So even if you can't make it at the specified time, it will be on replay. And like Megan said, if you don't have time to read, download Audible. I listen to personal development as soon as I wake up in the morning. I turn it on while I'm cooking breakfast. I listen to it while I eat my breakfast. And then I listen to it, until I have to do something that I can't. And you're driving in the car, doing your hair, whatever, personal development. There is definitely always time for it. And you can screenshot those or whatever. If you need a recommendation, talk to me, talk to your coach. Somebody will help you pick one. So your first month's goal, I swear we're almost to the end, guys. Your first month's goal should be hit Success Club and go Emerald. Here is a beautiful layout that Emily posted for us a while ago that shows you exactly how you can earn Success Club points. I suggest that you screenshot this, save it in your phone. I'll post it again in our group so that you can have it, so that you're never confused on how to get there. Success Club is at least 5 points, okay? So help 3 people, sign 3 people up with a challenge pack or a Shakeology HD or a performance line, so on and so forth, and you've hit Success Club. I know you know 3 people, even if you're just starting out. Go to your best friend, go to your mom, go to your dad, go to somebody, or your husband or your wife or whoever, and tell them, like I said, I want to do this. And this is sorry, I've got to get a drink of water. And this is part of going Emerald, okay? Emerald is you're the coach. You have a coach on your left leg, coach on your right leg. I want this one, if you have a spouse, to be your spouse, or this one of them to be your spouse, or your mom, or dad, or sister, sibling, somebody close to you that you can kind of control that account, because it will benefit you in the long run once you are, a big, at least 2-star diamond. That's when that will really start to benefit you. So just trust us on that one. You'll learn more about that as you go on. But if you have a spouse, I highly recommend signing them up first. But like I said, Emerald is you plus 2. So you just need 2 people. That's it. And I know that Emerald may sound like crazy right now to you. You're like, oh, I can't hit my first rank goal, but you can. And you just have to be honest about it. Like if you opened a restaurant, what would you do? You would tell everybody about it, and you would be proud about it, and you would go to your family and you would ask them to come and eat at your restaurant on the opening day. And there is no doubt about it. I know you would. So this is no different. They will benefit from this challenge pack. Shakeology is the best thing that you can put in your body, hands down. We don't have food that is that pure and that good for you in America. We don't. So, and if you don't know that much about it yet, and you aren't 100% sure and backing up Shakeology and the price of it and the ingredients in it just yet, then you need to do your research and your due diligence as a business owner and look into that and understand just how good it is for your body. So they're going to benefit from it. They're going to love these workouts. They're going to love Shakeology. So do them a favor and ask them to do you a favor. And then everybody wins. So Emerald is doable. You could be Emerald tomorrow night if you wanted to be, because I know you have 2 people in your life that love and support you. So goal for everyone on this call, what day is today? Tuesday. So goal for everybody on this call is Emerald by the 19th. Non-negotiable. We can do it. We're a team. What do you need help with? Let's make it happen, okay? And guess what? If you're Emerald by the 19th, is that right? Okay, yeah. Emerald by the 19th, then you are already almost a success club. You only need to help one more person, okay? So those are your first month goals that can definitely happen in less than a week. Housekeeping. So I want to make sure that everybody is plugged into Beachbody Coach 411, Beachbody Champion pages, the accountability group, and the team page. The accountability group is the Transform Your Life group. The team page is we have Radiant Empire, Enlightened Dynasty is Emily's, and then the big Dynasty group, which you may or may not be in, depending on how your upline wants to like throw those groups at you, because it can be a lot at first. So just if you're not sure about some of those groups and if you're in them, then talk to your coach and we'll figure all that out. Complete your first 30 training. If you go into the coach online office and you go to the getting started tab, all of your first 30 trainings are on there. There's like your first 30 hours, days, and minutes. So you want to make sure that you do all those. Purchase your first personal development book. Please, if you get nothing from this call, not one thing from this long, drawn-out call that I preached on, please download a personal development book or order it. And then schedule a one-on-one call with your coach. This has been very informative and a whole lot of stuff, and you're probably thinking, oh my God, does she ever shut up? One, and two, I have a lot of things in my head. That's okay. It's normal. This is a business. There's a shit ton of shit to learn. And it's okay to be confused. It's okay to be like, my head is spinning and I'm not sure. But if you know one thing, be a product of the product. Believe in yourself. Believe in this company. Read personal development. Have a positive mindset. And tell the world about it. Simplified. That is our business simplified, okay? Questions. Opening it up to everybody. I don't know how to unmute people, so unmute yourself.
I think I unmuted everyone, unless they muted themselves. That was so awesome.
I feel like I could just throw up.
You did so good. So good.
Hi, baby. Well, does anybody have any questions?
I have a question.
Okay.
I feel like I'm the only one who would have a question. But okay, so my Instagram is private. Should I make it public?
I personally think you should, because on Instagram, like, it's like Instagram code almost. It's like if you want people to find you, you're public. So, like, I wouldn't go follow somebody. Like, when I'm going and following and growing my network, I don't, like, typically follow people that aren't public because I feel like they don't necessarily want to be found.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I have to, like, make sure it's okay because where I'm a teacher, I can't have all my kids following me. So if I can't make it public, should I just make another account in that case, or should I just hope for the best?
That's a tricky situation. I mean, Allison, you could probably speak on that because your job thing.
Yeah, I mean, I still had my Instagram public when I had my other job, but I just didn't like actively talk about coaching because I wasn't supposed to be a coach. But Taylor, figure out if you can have it public or not, and if you can't, then we will figure something out.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, ideally, like, I guess you could go block all your students. I don't know.
I mean, I guess, like, if they try and follow me, I could just.
Yeah, because you'll get a notification, like, every time someone follows you. So I guess if you notice that some of your students followed you, then you could just, like, block them. I don't know. She's frozen. Are you still there, Taylor?
I am, yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
my computer's being weird.
No, you're back now. And you can also, it might help. I don't know what your like Instagram handle is, but when I was like dealing with stuff with my job, I took my last name off of it, and I changed everything, like just say Allison Lee, and I changed my handle, and so then like
It's harder for them to
it's
find
harder
you.
for people to like search and find you.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'll talk to my principal about it tomorrow because I can't get fired, but
No, we don't want that.
yeah.
You don't want that at all. All right. Does anybody have any other questions? I want to make sure before I stop the recording in case it's something that somebody that watches might want to know. All right, well, I'm going to stop the recording.